All right, so check this out. I got the Dometic in the van. Cooling down. Temperature on it right now is at 39 degrees, which is a little bit, pretty much where I'll keep it. So I have it, it's gonna be hard to see, run to this battery. This is the battery that Dometic sent out the other day. Has 100% battery life on it. This thing has all these ports for charging, and then I have a cable in the back of this that goes up into the 12-volt adapter on my van. And when I drive, it charges the battery. This battery can run that cooler for a few days without any help from the car. So whenever I drive, I recharge my power supply. Ultimate plan is to get a solar panel that goes on the top right here and trickle charges down into that, which runs that. But I'm getting kind of off grid with this thing, and it's pretty sweet. I'm actually gonna go and stay in it tonight at a trailhead and then hike in first thing in the morning and do a scouting video for mule deer in a wilderness zone. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I got to get a couple more things loaded, finish putting my pack together, and I'll show you guys that. I'm also going to do like a brief rundown of what I take when I do backcountry mule deer hunting. I've been hunting mule deer in the roadless and in the backcountry for several years now, and so I'm gonna give you a brief run through of what I take on like a scouting trip, and also what I take when I go in there to hunt. And then probably set a trail camera. I cannot talk. Probably set a trail camera and be out, maybe in there for 2 nights. Well, good morning from this fairly disastrous setup. I say disastrous because it's messy, not because it doesn't work. Because it works. Got the pack pretty much loaded up. I'm gonna throw the bedroll on it there. That's a new ultralight that I'm testing for canvas cutter. And we're gonna see if we can make the great hike up in. Slept here last night, slept pretty good. Slept pretty late, actually. I was gonna kind of get up early and hike in the cool weather, but I got in too late and just decided it was better to get the hours of sleep. So getting everything arranged, getting the pack all ready to go, and gonna hit the trail. Kind of sucks because it's already hot. It's like 90 degrees already, so just kind of take her slow and easy, rest a lot, and make my way. It's about 8 miles to the place where I'm going, so it's a bit of a hike. Woo! So I'm about halfway up the big face here, and it is hot, and this pack is heavy, and I'm tired. It's about 11 a.m. I should have started earlier, but it is what it is. Got one more big push, a bunch of switchbacks, and then I'll be on the top, and then I got about 2-3 miles of flat across the top, and then one more big climb. So should be to where I want to glass this afternoon, set up camp, get some food, give you guys a rundown of what I bring on these trips, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully glass up some deer. That's the real goal. I made it. My SoCal hat's a little sweaty. This is the spot where I decided I was going to stop and eat lunch. I'm probably 3/4 of the way where I'm headed. I only took a water bottle with me in my pocket besides a couple gallons that I had in my bag, and I didn't stop to get any out along the way after I drank that one bottle, so I'm a little parched, but I'm in good shape. Got 2 of those bottles, so typically if I'm going on an overnighter, I'll take 2 of those with me, and it's usually plenty. Also, I know that up here we have water stashed from past hunting years in our camp. If I get in an emergency, I can go drink that. And then the pond here is also full. It's really gross, but I have a filter, so in a bind I could drink that water too. And then I know down off there's a really clean spring, so water is always priority 1, because if you get into the backcountry, especially on these early hunts, you can run out of water and be in bad shape in a hurry. I've ran out a couple times in different scenarios, and it can get ugly in a heartbeat. But right now I'm gonna fire up and cook some lunch. I brought a couple of these peak refuel meals, and then I haven't eaten yet today. It's like 12:45 or 1. I like to hike fasted. I feel better always when I hike fasted. So this will be my first meal of the day. I'm gonna eat one of these peak refuels. So here's kind of a look at the snacks and the food that I brought. I have a couple of those green belly bars. I think I brought 3 of them. These Mountain Ops electrolyte packs are pretty clutch. They give you salt and electrolytes that you need. I also have some corn nuts in there, these Blaze shots. I gotta have caffeine in the morning, and those work great because they're so small. Just some Nature Valley bars. Pack of gum. I really like to chew gum when I hike so I don't get cotton mouth. That's like the snack pack. And then I brought one of these mountain berry granola that you just add water to, you don't have to cook. And I brought a beef stroganoff, which is a good old standby. I'll probably eat that for lunch right now. And then I think I brought one more. Yeah, I got one more. It's just sweet pork and rice. So I don't know if I'm gonna be in here for one night or two, but I just bring enough food so that I'll be able to make it through. Never go anywhere without the Huggies wipes. A battery charger for my phone with a cord. This is the trail cam that I'm gonna put up. This is a Stealth Cam NG45, I think. And then I have my tripod with my big glassing head. That Outdoorsman's sweet. I don't like to go anywhere without it. I never bring extra clothes. I always bring extra socks though. And then I have in here another gallon of water. I have more socks. I have a First Light jacket. It's so hot up here, I probably won't need it, but it did get cool in the van last night, so if not, that's a pillow. And then I have, this is my water filtration kit. It looks bulky, but it's actually like weighs nothing. And I really don't need all that stuff, but I like to have the whole thing with me. This one's made by Sawyer, and it has a dirty water reservoir, clean water reservoir, a water filter, a hang drip tube so you can hang it up and let it gravity filter, or you can squeeze it through. So anyway, everything I need to get clean water there. And then I have, this is a Camp Chef Striker with everything I need to boil water, cook food, like not terribly light, but light enough that it's not annoying to pack around, and has a lot of stuff to cook a lot of different things. Then I have this stupid thing that I lugged up in here. Ugh, trophy rock, Redmond rock salt that I'll put in front of a trail camera, and the deer will come lick on it, or I will if I get depleted. So that's pretty much a bag dump, and a handful of pine needles from other hunts, some cat hair for my mountain lion, pistol, toiletries, headlamp. I'm trying to think what else I got here. That's pretty much what I got going on in the bag. So that's a bag dump on my backcountry gear. When I hunt up here, obviously, then I have to add to all that stuff a bow and archery equipment, plus like game bags and stuff like that. So it just gets heavier. And then the hard part about all of this is that if you come up here, you bring this pack in, you camp with it, and then you shoot a deer, and you got to add like 100 pounds of boned out meat to all that. And I've done it before in this spot, and it kind of sucks, but it's what we do. The trick is to get in better shape. That's what I really need to do. Here's another piece of gear that I really like. This is made by Gerber. It has a potato peeler can opener, a fork, a spoon, and then a spatula. And then with this bracket, you can flip these over and turn this into a set of tongs. And that's really handy for cooking. Cool thing about this Camp Chef Striker too is it has the cups marked on the inside. Like, I'm sure that's pretty standard, like with jet boils and stuff too. But then it does have a little striker built into it. So you just set that on there, line the thing up, and then twist it, and then it can't fall off. And then there's a sparker button under there somewhere, and you just push it and it sparks and fires right up. Just gotta find it. There it is. So it's easy. And now it's going. Had a full boil in like 1 minute. So that'll go in there, maybe 2 minutes. See if I can do it without burning myself. There's the final outcome right there. It actually smells really dang good. I've had this one before, it doesn't disappoint. I like these peak meals. All right, so I got up here to where I want to set a trail camera. So what we have here is we have a trail running down that way, a trail coming down this way. They intersect right here and then they go down in between a little pinch point below me. So I think if I put my salt right there in that opening, that I'll get a lot of good pictures of the bucks that come down out of these trees up here. So that's kind of the plan. It's not like a foolproof idea, but I think we'll get some stuff out of it. So I'm gonna put on this tree here facing that way. It does face a little bit east, so your pictures can get a little washed out right when the sun comes up, but these stealth cams have been pretty good. So I'll go make a little bait site, dig out a little spot, and stick a camera on a tree, see what we get. All right, so I have this stealth cam, and I set it on one photo, a 30-second delay, and then another photo. And I think that should just trigger to anything walking through. So the idea is to set it in a place where all these branches blowing around won't trigger it. I think we're good on those ones, but I'm gonna give it a second because the wind's blowing. And then you wanna get all these ones out of the field of view. I broke one off, I'm gonna break that one off, and maybe that one. So there's a good wide open field of view so that you're not getting blank pictures of bushes in the wind all day. And then I'll go set that salt up. Well, I made it to camp. Woo! I'm dead. It is. Let me see what time it is real quick. 5 o'clock. I've been hiking since about 9:30. I did take a lot of breaks on the way up. Obviously you guys saw me set a trail camera, but still, overall probably took 5 hours of hiking to get to right here. So this is where I'm gonna camp, somewhere right here. I'm gonna drop my gear and I'm gonna go see what the glassing looks like up here on the other side. Grab a belly bar and whew, might just take a nap right here for a while. I'm burnt, I'm tired. What a beautiful camp spot I found right here. I'm gonna throw this bedroll out right here. This is where I'm gonna sleep. But I'm gonna give you guys a bit of a sneak peek at this new bedroll. It's a prototype that we're working on for Canvas Cutter. I don't know exactly if we'll end up with this or something similar, but it's basically a bedroll made out of sil nylon. And we've made some changes to what will be the final product, like have a little bit heavier duty nylon on the bottom, but it has a bug net built in. You can use the partial length pole system with it. And then it also can, you know, be a bedroll, and it's all seam sealed and treated and everything. So pretty simple, pretty small. So in there as it is right now, I have a sleeping bag, a sleeping pad, and the bedroll. So for all those things, it's really pretty compact. The bedroll itself is just about 2 pounds. So something that we're working on. Keep an eye out in the future. Who knows when it'll be. I'm probably teasing it too far in advance because it might be a while before they get out, but I'm pretty excited about it. So that's how it looks with the pole system set up. It won't have this white screen, it'll have a black screen in it. But then you'll be able to also, this is the case for the poles, but you can then, if you need to, flap and zip this over, leave it gapped, and you got sleep system with the bug net built into it that can be rolled up and keep all your gear in one place and keep you dry and nice and cozy. I like the bug net for the summer because I'll leave those sides gapped all the way open. That way I don't have to worry about anything creepy crawly getting in there with me. But sweet, let's go glass for deer. It's kind of how you always hope it'll go right there. So the first deer I glassed is a freaking stud. He's bedded right now up towards the top of the hill, but already, I mean, really good width and length to him. Like, really wide deer. Already like a 27, 28 inch wide buck. And good beams and good backs, but it's hard to tell. Obviously he's not finished growing out yet, but like he's a month away from being done growing and he's big already, so that's awesome. It's hard to see, but that's a decent buck. Came up out of the bottom canyons and he's headed up towards the water. That's with my camera zoomed all the way, so obviously it looks pretty lousy. But I've seen about 10 bucks total together. Everything I'm glassing is really far away. I can see them a lot more clearly in the vortex, obviously, but I didn't bring a spotter because I hate carrying one around. But it's good to see some bucks. They always show right up in dark. Sitting up here and watching the sun go down. There's smoke filling up the valley from some of these wildfires around, but geez, it sure makes for a pretty night. And some nights I just sit up in places like this and just get happy that this is my life and this is my job. And I guess I just owe that to you guys, so thank you for helping me do what I love and be in the places that I love and the places that I long for my whole life. So hope wherever you're at, you're getting to do what you love as well. I think it's time to call her a night. Turn it in on the old glassing, but beautiful night up here. And it's cooling off like pretty dang fast, like blistering hot to like, I mean it's gotta be right now, down to like 55 degrees, which is a pretty good drop off really, because it was pretty brutal hot all day, but we are pretty high in elevation right here. Anyway, I'm gonna make my way. My camp is up over this way. I'm gonna go up there and figure out if I'm cooking dinner or what, and then get some shut-eye and do this again in the morning. All the bucks are coming out now. Now that it's like just dark enough that I can't see the far ridges. I can see this close stuff still. But. Well, there's where camp was. Got her rolled up there, ready to go on the pack. This thing rolls up pretty small. It's about 30 inches and about, oh, it's probably 10 inches across, but maybe a little bit more. Got everything in there though, sleeping bag, pole system, pad, everything. And I think it's probably like 5 pounds right there as it sits. So cool little compact, more compact option at least. But man, you guys, to be fully honest, I did not sleep good last night. Woo, not at all. I was comfortable, I was fine in my bed, but the wind was blowing so hard up here, and I had these dead trees. So I was like, I don't know, I wasn't like nervous, but I just kept thinking like I'd doze off and then wake up because I'd hear like branches or something. I'd be like, oh, the tree's coming down. So plus whenever I sleep alone in the woods, the first night is always like a little bit, I don't know why, I'm like kind of on edge. I don't know, do you guys ever sleep alone in the woods? And does it bother you at all? I used to get like scared. Now I don't get scared at all. I just like feel kind of on edge the first night, and then after that I relax and I'm just fine. But did get a good night's sleep. Gonna look for some deer on the way out of here, because I am rolling out of here. I was gonna maybe stay one more night, but like definitely underestimated how much water I needed up in here, and I don't really want to drink the pond water. I could, but the way I have it now, I have about half a gallon left, so I'm just gonna take that and march out of here, look for deer on the way out, and then go head back, hit the van. I got a bunch of food and water and stuff in there. The gear's loaded, everything, camp's clean. Oops, gum wrapper just fell out of my pocket. But I'm gonna strap that on there, put those on, grab that, take that, put that on the pack. Whoop. There we go. Ready to roll. Ready to walk that way for lots of miles. So on my way out of here, I came by my trail camera and checked it to see if anything walked by it last night, and some deer did. There was a doe with a collar, with a radio collar, tracking collar on, so that's kind of cool. Just 2 does came through last night, so and they already found the salt. They were already hitting the salt. It's crazy how quick they find that stuff. But probably check this thing again in a month, see what she's looking like. Oh my gosh, I walked within freaking inches of that sucker. Coiled up, ready to strike. Didn't even rattle. I heard his tail go one time. Now he's just frozen there. Oh, that's the thing that scares me the most about being in this country this time of year. There's so many of these dang snakes up here. Oh, I walked right up the trail, through those rocks, past that snake at less than a foot. Luckily he didn't bite me. Bye, buddy. Made it back. The Dometic kept everything cold while I was gone. Battery still has about 30% on it, so probably could have made it till tonight on that battery. But now when I drive, it'll charge it right back up and we'll be back in business for a few more days. Pretty cool thing, really. I got my ice cold crotch water. Man, does it taste good right now. Woo! Hot. Depleted. I didn't eat yet. It's 2 o'clock. I think I'll just head to town maybe and go grab some food. All right, another video down. Made it back home off the hot mountain, and I'm gonna get this thing edited up. I have somewhere to be in an hour, so it's gonna have to be a quick job. But I do need to thank some people that bought apparel. First one being my nephew, Kyler Mumford. I don't know if you guys know Kyler or not. Probably most of you don't, but Kyler is a stud. One of the funniest kids I've ever hung out with. And he bought a bunch of my gear, got the family deal, hooked it up. Anyway, Kai, I appreciate you, buddy. You're a stud. Cameron Mullen is another one. You put in a good size order. Thank you, Cameron. Brian Willard. Thank you, Brian. Walter Reese and James Mata. And I know I've seen your name on there before, James. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you supporting what I'm doing and keeping some orders rolling. It's been really slow on the store, but I hope that's because everybody's out there having fun. Hopefully I'll have some new apparel for the fall hunts. And so we should get things rolling again really, really well once that comes around. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good week. Thanks for watching. If it's your first time here, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.